Welcome to this session with Janvi Sonaiya. There will be about the man wall. Before moving to the sessions, yes, please answer. As an introduction, आपसे today, जानवी के बारे में मैं किसी फ्रेंड से बात कर रहा था. So one of the mutual friends said that she is coming personality with art of food. Yeah, that's what it is. So I'll just give a short intro of Janvi. गुजराती में कहें तो जानवी ऐसा है पत्रकार जिनकी अकल पास અને સ્વભાવથી મિલનસાર. So she's agriculture for creativity and communication. She came with a bag when she came to the city, a new world for her that she didn't know it would change her life around. Coming from far away town of Gujarat, Jamkhambariya, she came with lots of hope for herself to achieve something that pleases her dreams and that would change the course of her destiny. She experienced many things in the past 7 years, but all of those made Janvi more humble, generous and selfless. Started from poetry recitation to writing stuffs of Gujarati entertainment industry and celebs live gossips. She lived from attending premieres, parties for professional commitment to reading the Ahmedabad audience new taste of literature. Book reading since very long. As per my opinion, no one has done a better job than Janvi in the book reading segment in Ahmedabad. Just recently she has released some of her creatives in audio format and she called it Janvi's Honey Bag. Janvi is the suitcase of curiosities that she amazes herself sometimes. She strongly advocates feminism, equality and gender unbalancedness through her action and most diverse. Janvi has a very deep understanding of today's modern life and she is absolutely living it, but even though she is rooted to her hometown values, with worshipping God and all the grace. She has all the ambition of Everest and I'll show you all that she's not even started. With a round of applause, please welcome Janvi Sonaiya. That is the research of our team. And I hope you liked it.
Dilip is just generous with his words. So yes, I welcome you all, जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे आए हैं for this book. And it is just good to share books with people. I tell you how books started in my life. I love reading books. कोई था नहीं आसपास कि जिसके साथ books के बारे में बात कर सकूं, share कर सकूं. इसलिए I started reading books with people. And talking about this book, मैं आपको cover page दिखा दूँ. यहाँ पे कोई है जो basically थोड़ा French समझता है क्या? Okay, there's only one. Okay. Just because book is venue पे discuss करना था, so we chose this book, The Mad Woman's Ball by Victoria Mess. Real life में और book में कई बार ऐसा होता है कि if there is someone, ऐसी लड़की होती है जो उसका छोटा सा दिमाग होता है, वो दिमाग से सोचती है, उसको जो करना है वो करती है, वो अपने ओपिनियंस बाहर रखती है, या वो सोसाइटल जो नॉर्म्स होते हैं उसके अगेंस्ट कुछ करती है, तो उसको पागल बोल दिया जाता है. उसको बोल दिया जाता है कि आपको दो फ्रेगमेंट, शी इज गॉन मैड. The book is exactly talks about this thing. The book talks about all those women. वो सब बेटियां, वो सब वाइफ्स, वो सब मदर्स जो एक समय में समाज के अगेंस्ट कुछ बोलते थे या घर में कुछ ऐसा अगेंस्ट बोल देते थे, उनको पागल तो बोल ही दिया जाता था, उनको पागल खाने डाल दिया जाता था. This is what the book is all about. The Mad Woman's Ball. जब मैंने ये बुक पढ़ा तो आई फेल्ट कि बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट है, यू नो, कि जो ऑथर, जो फ्रेंच ऑथर है विक्टोरिया, उसने कुछ बहुत ही अच्छा सोचा. आई स्टार्टेड रिसर्चिंग अबाउट दिस बुक एंड मैंने रियलाइज कि ये ऑथर ने नहीं सोचा, ऐसा हुआ था. एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई थॉट टू डिस्कस दिस बुक विथ यू. This book talks about 100 ही उनको जेन्युइनली पागल खाने में डाल दिया जाता। अगर आप गूगल करेंगे तो देयर इज एन असाइलम एंड आई आल्सो हैव मटेरियल फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस जिनको पढ़ना भी है अबाउट दिस असाइलम इन फ्रांस, जहां पे ऐसी सब औरतों को डाल दिया जाता था। साल में एक बार वो सब औरतें जिनको पागल बोल दिया जाता था, they used to come together for an annual function. They will get ready, they will dance, they will sing. और उसको ये लोग नाम देते थे The Mad Woman's Ball, The Mad Woman's Event, जिसके ऊपर से ये बुक आई। ये बुक फिक्शनल इन लोगों ने टैग रखा है, पर ये बुक रियलिटी है। एंड if you are interested in like what happened with women, then you should definitely read this book. अगर आप इस बुक का कवर पेज भी देखिए, I can also pass on this book. इस कवर पेज में you will see lot of women, but all of these women they don't have faces. इनकी कोई आइडेंटिटी नहीं है, सब लोगों ने एक ही जैसे कपड़े पहने हैं। And that's what was expected of the woman, to not have a face, to not have a voice. They all should like think and act according to what the societal manual that's given to them. And that's what this book is all about. It's a very feminist book. This book is a reality of the times that we have lived in, because 17th 18th century से लेके ये asylum 20th century में बंद हुआ। हजारों ऐसी औरतें थी जो इस asylum में रही, जिनको ऐसा रखा गया, जिनको पागल बोला गया। पागल तो बोला ही गया, डॉक्टर्स भी आते थे वहाँ पे रिसर्च करने के लिए अब on all this mad women. So that is what this book is all about. और जैसे मैं बुक्स हमेशा डिस्कस करती हूँ, I obviously ask you guys to read from this book and then eventually मैं इस बुक की स्टोरी आप लोगों से डिस्कस करूँगी। I can pass on or you people can also come. There is also material which I would want to pass on to you. Meanwhile, if any of you want to see the cover. Yeah. This is also something I would want to pass on कि ऐसा नहीं है कि एक ही पागल खाना था जहाँ पे इंडिपेंडेंट औरतों को डाला जाता था। मैंने कुछ और ऐसे असाइलम्स का लिस्ट बनाया है जहाँ पे जेन्युइनली इंडिपेंडेंट स्ट्रॉन्ग विल्ड वुमन को डाल दिया जाता था ये बोल के कि तुम पागल हो। हिस्टीरिया, उनको ऐसे शॉक्स आते थे या वो बीमार थे, हिस्टीरिया उनको टर्म दिया जाता था कि दिस वुमन इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम हिस्टीरिया। अब हिस्टीरिया वर्ड को जरा हम गहराई से समझते हैं। हिस्टीरिया वर्ड comes from this Greek word which is related to uterus, women organ uterus. तो ऐसा बोला जाता है कि पागल वो शब्द ही women से originate हुआ because our history was written by men, that's why. So I'm just passing on for you all to just know कि कितने ऐसे पागल खाने थे जहाँ औरतों को डाला जाता है।
Yes, yeah.
I also have other material कि जो आप बाद में रेफर कर सकते हैं। I'm sure आप लोगों ने शायद किसी को फ्रेंच नहीं सीखना या फिर किसी को फ्रेंच के बारे में नहीं जाना, but this book identifies what France went through, कि वहाँ के ऑथर्स क्या लिख रहे हैं। ये बहुत ही आयरॉनिकल बात है कि फ्रांस की ऐसी हिस्ट्री थी और दूसरी साइड एक ऐसी बुक जिसको लैंडमार्क कहा जाता है फेमिनिज्म में, द स्टेट एंड सेक्स करके एक बुक है, आप गूगल कर सकते हैं, which is considered the Bible for feminism. वो बुक भी फ्रांस के ऑथर ने लिखी। So फ्रांस में there are two extremes, एक साइड ये इतनी रियलिटी और दूसरी साइड फेमिनिज्म की सबसे स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट बुक। और वो लेडी सिमोन करके जो थी जिन्होंने इस असाइलम के अगेंस्ट भी बोला और लिखा, वो भी फ्रांस से। I have given you guys some chits if you would want to like just open and read it so we can talk a little more about the book also. Anyone can go first. हाँ, पेज नंबर क्या है? Which is the page number? Yeah, yes. Yeah. You can read it. You want the mic?
Thing is, I have never felt as peaceful as I do here, surrounded by men. Men just and beat me. My body is a disaster. My leg hurts and I have got pain. I get pain fit to make you scream every time I see. I have a scar right across my left breast where some man tried to break it off. Here I feel protected. There is just us women. I need solve for the girls and I feel alright. So no, I wouldn't leave, not ever. Long as men have tricks, all the evils in this world will go on existing.
Yeah.
Feeling herself blushed, Eugene turns away. She is unused to such fluid language. It is not so much the meaning that troubles her, but the language. She has grown up in a room where laughter was the only familiarity authorized from time to time, sheltered from misery and poverty.
I just explained about this paragraph. इस बुक में there comes a time when a character, a woman, is sent to this asylum, and तब वो ये paragraph लिखा जाता है, and this character's Eugene. She feels कि I feel more comfortable in this madhouse than in the society. I feel more comfortable amongst these women than outside where we have fathers and uncles and brothers, because I was treated differently. I was treated like I'm the second sex. So it's also about someone finding कि ये पागलखाना में जितनी शांतियाँ मुझे घर जैसा लग रहा है वैसा मुझे बाहर भी नहीं लगता. So it was very important and emotional phase of this book जो इस character through in lines to explore किया गया है book में. Yes, and now there's a question.
Question: what are your thoughts on feminism?
Okay, if you go to it.
मेरे हिसाब से फेमिनिज्म सिर्फ वो नहीं है जो हम सोशल मीडिया पे दिखाते हैं या सोसाइटी में मतलब सिर्फ दिखावा करने का. फेमिनिज्म मतलब मेरे ख्याल से अंदर से आ रहा है कि मन से ही आप रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं, मतलब जो भी जनरल बात है.
ओके. आप में से कोई भी ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको फेमिनिज्म के बारे में एक्सपीरियंस करना हो, समझना हो, देन दिस बुक इज रियली समथिंग आई वुड रेकमेंड. अगर आप लोग बिल्कुल रीडिंग में नहीं है, अगर ये आपकी फर्स्ट बुक भी है तो भी इट्स अ वेरी इजी रीड. जैसे मैंने लास्ट बुक रीडिंग किया था वो एक बहुत डिफिकल्ट बुक पे किया था, बट दिस वन इज वेरी इजी टू रीड. अगर आप अभी भी कुछ अगर पेजेस पढ़े, अगर कुछ पैराग्राफ्स पढ़े, यू वुड रियलाइज कि ऑथर ने बहुत ही आसानी से बहुत गहरी बात करनी है इस बुक में. तो इस पागलखाने के अंदर कुछ लोगों को घर मिल गया और इस पागलखाने के अंदर कुछ लोगों को ये समझ आ गया कि दिस सोसाइटी विल ट्रीट मी लाइक दिस. इस बुक में बहुत सारी औरतों की स्टोरीज हैं जो पागलखाने में आके उन्होंने एक्सपीरियंस की. उसमें एक नर्स की भी स्टोरी है. नर्स जो कभी असाइलम में रहती है और कभी बाहर जाके अपने फादर से, अंकल से इंटरेक्ट करती है. एट द एंड ऑफ दिस बुक असाइलम की जो नर्स थी उसके पापा उसको बोलते हैं कि नहीं तो असाइलम में ही रहे. द बुक एंड्स एट अ फेज वेयर जो नर्स इतने साल से, मोर देन 20 ईयर्स से वो असाइलम में रहकर दूसरे पागल औरतों का ध्यान रखती थी. एट द एंड उसके पापा आकर बोलते हैं कि नहीं यू स्टे हियर बिकॉज मुझे लगता है कि पागल है. So that is how the book ends, and at the end of the book this nurse says that I find my home in this asylum and not with my father. So it's a very emotional book as well. But yes, I mean, I would not say what feminism is. I would recommend this book के कुछ paragraphs या कुछ pages पढ़े to just learn more about her idea. Yeah. Anyone else would want to read? I also have some other material. आप लोगों में से किसी को भी पढ़ना हो, if you want to take it home, like I'm just here to pass it on to you guys.
Few things are more painful than watching one's parents grow old. Witnessing the strength act from a person one once believed immortal. Seeing it replaced by an irrevocable tragedy.
yeah, if you would want to like read the question as well.
Share your experience of seeing your parents grow old. What did it make you feel or do right?
Yeah. इसमें एक ऐसी 11 साल की लड़की है जिसको असाइलम में भेजा जाता है एंड शी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द पेरेंट्स ग्रोइंग ओल्ड एंड वो उस चीज को किस तरीके से लेती है. यू कैन आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन इफ यू वुड वांट टू.
अभी हम इतने बड़े हो गए हैं. पहले जब छोटे थे तो मदर को फादर को कुछ भी बोलते थे तो वो तुरंत कर देते थे कि हाँ हाँ ऐसा कर लो ऐसा कर लो. मम्मी को कुछ भी बोलते थे तो बना के ले आते थे, काम कर देते थे. अभी जैसे जैसे हम बड़े हो रहे हैं वो भी ऐसे हो रहे हैं. तो अभी कुछ भी बोलते हैं तो उनको थोड़ा कन्विंस होने में करने में टाइम लगता है. तो हमको थोड़ा मतलब ऐसा होता है कि अब वो नहीं कर पा रहे, हमको ही अब ये सब देखना पड़ेगा. लेकिन हम लोग कुछ टाइम के लिए होते हैं जॉब या जो भी है तभी उनको ही खुद से ही करना पड़ता है. तो वो बहुत मतलब वो हो जाता है कि उनको क्यों करना पड़ रहा है, हम है तो भी थोड़ा होता है.
I would like to add something. I was reading Manav's book Antima. And उसमें एक लाइन है कि बच्चों का बड़ा होना जितना माँ बाप को करता होगा उतना ही बच्चों को करता होगा माँ बाप का लगातार बूढ़े होते जाना.
Totally. I think all of us millennials like realize our parents growing old and it's very difficult. So yeah, मेरी जो feeling है मुझे लगता है कि जब मैं बुक पढ़ती हूँ या मुझे लगता है जब कोई और भी बुक पढ़े तो I'm not looking at French or I'm not looking at American. I'm looking at my story in their words.
Right.
और यही होता है जब आप ये बुक भी पढ़ेंगे. So through these chips, small chips, जिसकी वजह से मुझे लगता है कि आप एक पैराग्राफ पढ़े इस बुक का, you will see how you realize with those characters, with the author, जिसे शायद हम कभी इस लाइफ में नहीं मिलने वाले, which is Victoria. ये author around 35 years की है. ये इसकी पहली बुक है. विक्टोरिया के बारे में मैं कुछ बोलूँ तो she used to work in theatre during her earlier like college time. उसके बाद वो theatre में काम करती थी और whenever she was on stage she used to realize about the audience and the applause and the energy. But somehow she felt that I'm more comfortable backstage, and this is when she thought that she wants to be an author. And it took her a lot of time to say कि मुझे कौन सी स्टोरी लिखनी है. She wrote a lot of fiction. उसने बहुत सारे ड्राफ्ट्स लिखे अगर आप इस ऑथर के बारे में पढ़े तो. But then she realized that reality is stranger than fact, and that's why she wrote on something which is a reality. उसने इस बुक को फिक्शन की तरीके से लिखा. But yes, you should definitely check the work by Victoria Mass करके ये जो French author है उसका. Anyways, anyone else you would want to read? मैं बहुत अच्छा पेजेस छांट के रखे तुम लोगों के लिए, इसलिए you guys can read and down second. Yeah, what do you think about it? This is the page. Here I would talk about the relationship of doctor and patient. इनका जो इक्वेशन होता है उसके ऊपर इस बुक में लिखा हुआ है. In this asylum, several doctors and all of them male doctors used to come in this asylum to treat these women, considering them as mad and hysterical. So they are talking about how powerless are these women, how helpless are these women. Because they are in this corset, they are wearing this tight corset, and then the doctors come. Obviously, the doctor has an upper hand in relation to the patient. और का जो information होता है उस पे बात की हुई है. और ये जो डॉक्टर भी है इसमें शाको करके जो डॉक्टर है, he is also a real person, a real character. अगर आप उस पे गूगल करोगे तो you will know कि इस डॉक्टर का जो फ्रांस में वर्क है, it was also very criticized for treating or mistreating women. If you want to read. And one more thing. This book पे there is also a film by the same name, The Mad Woman's Ball. It's on Amazon. Just in case if someone want to see everything print, it's a very good visual also. I've also watched the film. But anyway, yeah. इसमें question भी है आपके लिए.
What do you think about the relation between the doctor and the patient?
Yeah. इस context में इस book पे बहुत ही अलग question था. But I just want to know what are your thoughts on this? Or never thought about it?
No, actually, the relation between doctor is you can understand everything about the patient and you can feel the pain of the patient.
Okay. यहाँ पे women were considered like in the point of experimentation. तो अगर आप बाद में ऐसा हो तो Google करना, you will also see images कि एक डॉक्टर है, फिर there is one helpless woman and then there is a room full of men. और इस वक्त में एक्सपेरिमेंट होता था. They were given electric shocks. They were like treated in a different way for all the men to understand कि पागल औरत को ठीक कैसे करते हैं.
I'll pass the mic.
Yeah.
Dreams are dangerous things, Louis, especially when they depend on someone else.
That's the line. Dreams are a dangerous thing when they depend on someone else. Here, this is an expression that the character of the book is giving. Just because you are born as a woman, your dreams depend on someone else. Your dream depends on the approval of your father, your husband, or your brother. And that's the context of the book. Other than the line cross key, then your own family will consider you mad. There will also be a question.
Share about it, thing of yours.
Yeah, if you have just anything to share there.
मेरे पास कई thing हो तो कोई वो मतलब फिक्स नहीं कि वो लड़के हो या लड़की दोनों के लिए है.
हाँ.
आजकल मैं जैसे व्हाट्सएप में रहता हूँ, मैंने देखा है काफ़ी कई पेरेंट्स ऐसे हैं जो बहुत मेहनत कर रहे हैं और उनके बच्चों को पढ़ाने के लिए भेज रहे हैं काफ़ी पैसा लगा के, और वो उनसे ये ड्रीम्स करते हैं कि मेरा बेटा जैसे पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा, तो वो बेटा बड़ा नाम तो नहीं करता है लेकिन वो पैसों को इधर पानी में बहा रहा है. ऐसे बहुत से बच्चों को देखा है. तो ड्रीम्स आर डेंजरस थिंग्स स्पेशली व्हेन दे डिपेंड्स ऑन समवन एल्स. तो उनके पापाओं के सपने अपने बच्चों के ऊपर होते हैं जो कि बच्चे उन्हें डेंजरस साबित कर देते हैं.
आपने जो कहा उसका कॉन्टेक्स्ट बहुत अलग है जैसा बुक में था, बट एनीवेज लाइक सबके अलग एक्सपीरियंस होते हैं तो पर्सपेक्टिव या एनीवन एल्स.
You can pass me the book, yeah.
This is a page number, then let me know.
So they are no longer, I think this you covered already. They are no longer wives or mothers or adults because they are no longer women to be considered or contemplated. They will never be women who are desired and loved. They are patients, lunatics, nobles. Do you think a woman is considered mad when she speaks her mind? Any incident you want to share? So I'm not a woman, so I can only think I have to get into there.
No, just because you are not a woman, this question is very important to you because in the book, these women were mistreated by all the men. So it's better for men to understand what feminism is.
See, I will be very honest. It's not about men, women, according to me. It's about human beings. You treat every human being as a person who have their own dreams, like you was talking about dreams and all that.
Yeah.
So maybe the kid over here, he's spending money or he's wasting money right now, according to one person. But he might be getting some sort of inspiration while he's wasting the money, and he might build up a dream which is way bigger than what their parents thought. So I've got a very different sort of a perspective, and I think it's not only women, it's also about men, that you treat everyone's dreams and respect them the way they are. I was just giving a talk. I'm sorry, I'm just going to slightly off topic. I was giving a talk in Dubai, and I was called in a panel where they wanted to talk about autism.
Yeah.
So there were two other gentlemen, one from Spain, one from I think US, and they were talking all about the technical side and how to fix the autistic child. And I was thinking that they were talking about autism spectrum disorder, so it's like a spectrum. So someone is like at 10, they need some help. Someone who's at 0, 1, 2, you don't need any help, no medication, you just need a small sort of a motivation. So I said, like, everyone is different, and if you treat them as a different individual, they have got different learning capability. If they are not able to understand the way you are teaching, you better teach in a way they understand. It's as simple as that. So again, every person is different, not female, not men or women or people from learning disability. Everyone has got a different way of looking at things, but you are not looking at it from their lens. So I think everyone should dream, and they should be allowed to dream it in the way they want to dream, and they should be allowed to go in a way they want to, go in life. So there should not be any restriction. And again, I don't really want to segregate men and women and all that. So yeah, I mean, I don't. That's my thing.
When you said allowed, I think in the book it's written in a different context. When you say that, who is the one who allows? Like many a times, many husbands also say that I allowed my wife to work, or I allowed her to, wear skirts, or I allowed her to go on the weekend. So the book also points out that when someone allows you, they put themselves in a higher position than you. So this equation is also beautifully expressed, because we see it all around, but to express it in a story, to express it in a way that, yeah, this is something which happened then and this is something which is happening now. So that is done beautifully. And here, I'll just talk about this character, this 11-year-old Eugene, the girl, and she has an elder brother. Now this young girl is told, "Tum to pagal khane ja rahe ho, because you are the one who speaks loud and who is the one who has her own views and all of that." And she's sitting with her brother, and she's very jealous. Just because he's a boy, he can do whatever he wants. But then soon she realizes that my brother has his own issues, in the sense that he's also supposed to act in a way that the society expects him to do. He has his own pressures, and slightly in this book, even that side is covered, where there are certain expectations we have of men, and even if they cross the line, then also the society has problems. Yeah.
Like, when they say, oh, men are not supposed to cry.
Yeah.
They are supposed to be very, you have to be very strong and all that. So again, I don't think it's at all required. If you feel like crying, you cry.
Yeah.
It's okay. Your eyes are getting clear, your mind is getting clear, you are getting relaxed. Cry if you want to. And I strongly believe that people should cry in public because there is a fear. There is some sort of like,
Vulnerability.
yeah. And that's what I feel like. Personally, as much natural you are, and when I say allowed, what I was trying to say is, as long as you're not hurting anyone, physically, mentally, intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you would call that, if you're not hurting anybody, and you're not hurting yourself, you're allowed to do anything in this world.
True.
So it's not about, you're putting us in a position, no, you are allowed to, who am I to allow anybody else?
Yeah.
And the same person can tell me that you are allowed to do this. It's okay. So it's just good. Yeah. I can go on and on, so please stop me.
No, it's just better to know than the book. But yes, so when it comes to the Mad Woman's Ball, is book mein, like in this book, during the climax, this whole event happens, this whole annual function where the Mad Woman will dress up and they'll dance and they will sing. And during this phase, there is a very beautiful description by the author where she writes that this is the time when the sane will meet the insane. And who will decide who is sane and who is not? So this whole amalgamation where all the higher caste or the upper caste people of the society will sit in the audience while the mad women will dance like they are okay, like they are acceptable. They will dress like these people. And this whole phase is very beautiful to read in the book because it also makes you think that you are just one step away or you are just one line away from being labeled as okay as Bangladesh. You are just one act away from saying going in the jail or going in the asylum. So it's all about like who decides that okay this was wrong or who decides this is right, who decides this is not acceptable. So that's a very beautiful phase of the book, just in case if anyone wants to read. There are lots of other aspects of the book which if you like I can pass on the book and you can read and then we can discuss or else I can definitely read.
There was, sorry to share one incident on what you just mentioned. There was this guy, who was sitting in a bus and there was this lady who was sitting next to him. And this lady was talking like gibberish, so she was talking very loud, all sorts of nonsense, words and all that. And this guy was sitting and watching. Other people are thinking that this lady is mad, like Pagal is Pagal Khane mein asylum, that she should go there. And then this guy who was sitting next to her, he realized that we all are Pagal only. Because what she is doing in public, she is talking like that we are always doing inside, internally. So in a way we are also like, we should also do it. But we are trying to show that we are so sane in the world, Oh, I'm really, really sane. But at the end of the day, we are all absolutely insane.
Mad people. True.
Sorry, I'm giving a different direction to you.
No, I mean this is a discussion and I'm no authority to speak on the book. It's just that I really like this book and I wanted like-minded people to, come and discuss. So that's just that. That's that. There's one paragraph on the book about corset. Like, do you people know what corset is? Corset? It's a dress કે જે અહીંથી તમે એકદમ ટાઈટ પહેરવાનું હોય અને મોસ્ટલી તમે યુરોપિયન ફિલ્મ્સમાં જોયું હશે તો ઇટ્સ અ ફેશન લાઈક ઇટ્સ વેરી ટાઈટ કે તમારે આખું ટમી અંદર લેવું પડે. So now on this dressing, this author has written because our asylum, these patients were made to wear corset. And even outside the asylum, it was a fashion that women, beautiful to look beautiful, you have to wear corset. So on this, the author has written, the sole purpose of the corset was clearly to immobilize a woman's body in a posture considered desirable. It was certainly not intended to allow her free movement. As if intellectual constraints were not sufficient, women had to be hobbled physically. One might almost think that in imposing such restrictions, men did not so much scorn women as fear them. Here, the author also highlights about the dressing sense, like what men stitch or men design or what men labeled as fashionable, and how through dressing also men try to restrict women, as if restricting them intellectually was not enough. So this can be another debate or this can be another discussion in itself about dressing. Like another example is women's dresses not having pockets. Like I have one today, but generally women not having pockets, women not having a thing in their dress to carry money. These are all subtle signs because earlier whether it was fashion or whether it was medicine or whether it was any other field or journalism, everything was led by men, and that's why I thought you wanted to add something. And that's why here the author has specifically written about dressing and why even that has a patriarchal shade. Anyone, if you want to add one dressing? Oh, you have a chicken.
Yeah. Although madness in man is not the same as that in women. Men use it against others, women turn it to on themselves.
On themselves. Yeah, I mean, if you would want to, like here in this book, in this context, it's just about comparing the madness in men and in women. Like even if we don't like diversify, if we don't differentiate between the men, like the author is just written on how both the genders express their madness differently.
The question is, do you think madness and the expression of it is different between a man and woman?
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a difference because madness is madness. There is no gender bias between that.
Okay, so say if you have a female boss, or say if she gets angry, we consider she is mad or she is not supposed to behave like this, or just taking orders from a woman boss. Like how about that? Like how are we acceptable to that? So I think these are the subtle questions that we don't consider. Like when a woman is angry or when she has rage, I think we take it differently. Then when we take it, when men do it, it's हाँ वो तो बनता ही है, वो तो boss करेंगे नहीं, वो तो like it's given. So yeah, it's all about like madness and like yeah. Do we have more chicks? I want to pass it on to someone. It should be one.
Over here.
Yeah. Is there a page number?
All the time. So should I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question for me is what?
What's
Read page 148.
148? Yeah. I mean, I'll pass on the book to you. I mean, just in case. Yeah. So to just give a brief of the book again, the Mad Woman's Ball is about like putting women with opinions into an asylum, like a real asylum. Is there something underlined, like in the book?
Yes. So should I read the underline?
Yeah.
Alright. Suddenly he resembles those fathers, those countless fathers she has seen come into her office, seething with contempt and overcome by shame at the daughter they are about to come. Those fathers who, without a flicker of regret, signed the committal papers for a child they have already dismissed from their minds.
I just explained the context of this book, context of this paragraph. Here, the author is talking about a nurse who was working in the asylum for 20 years. She was taking care of the mad woman, and she used to come across his husbands and his fathers and his brothers who used to bring their daughters or bring their wives, saying ye pagal hai because she is speaking against the society or she is sharing her own thoughts and all of that. And this nurse thought that I'm different from this woman. But then one certain day, which the experience I also shared, this nurse goes on a break. She goes to her father and she shares something. And the father says, "You are banned." And then suddenly the nurse realizes that I'm no different than all these women who are in the madhouse. And it takes just one decision from a male gender to, put me or consider me or label me as mad. Yeah. And then then there's a question.
Alright. So was there ever a time when your loved ones turned strangers?
Yeah, if you would want to express.
I think she answered this question. All the time. For me, yeah, many times. But yeah.
Okay, so about me, it never happened actually till today. So for me, it is a negative person because I have never experienced.
Then you are very lucky.
Yeah,
Very lucky.
either she is very lucky or she has a lot of very generous heart.
Oh, yeah.
She is ignoring that.
So because this is the thing which women in the madhouse really experience very often, because all those women were brought to the asylum by their own family members, and that's why they all felt that okay, our own people are on the other side, our own people are now against us and labeling us mad and putting it here. One more thing which I don't think I mentioned was when these women are sent into asylum, there is no way of going back to the normal life. These women will live and die in this asylum. And this asylum was a reality. I mean, after this session, you should Google and read about this asylum which existed in France and so many asylums which existed just for mad women. So yes, in the climax of this book, this 11-year-old, during this madhouse, during this annual function, she performs a thing and then she escapes. She runs away from the madhouse because she thinks that even though the society is labeling me as mad, I know I'm not mad. So that's the wisdom that this 11-year-old girl has. कि कभी-कभी society tells you something, your friends tell you something, or your parents tell you something, and you start believing in it. It is called gaslighting, where something goes into your head and you start believing. But this 11-year-old girl, this 11-year-old character was taken to an asylum by her own father. She stayed there for over 12 months, but still she believed that I'm okay. It's the society which is not okay. And I think there is a lesson for all of us in this book, in this small girl who teaches us a lot about like what freedom is or what your own conscience is. Yeah. Was there another question? Like something?
Yeah. So in my state it is a phrase actually and a question. So shall I read
The phrase.
Yeah. So the self-betrayal, I don't know the pronunciation. Self-betrayal is a dumping ground for women who disturb the peace, a prison for women guilty of possessing an opinion. This is the phrase.
Yeah.
And the question is, do you think that even today women have to pay a price for their opinions?
Yeah, in that one line, it just talks about this asylum. कि उसकी characteristics क्या थी वो? It was just a dumping ground in France for all sorts of women who were stolen. Yeah, and then there's a question if you want to answer. Yeah.
So you want to answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay. In my opinion, as per again my experience, I don't think so that nowadays women have to pay a price for their opinions. So yeah, this is my answer from my side.
Okay. This was your answer. Now I'll not talk about like whether आज के दिन में ऐसा होता है कि नहीं. But to some of you, I have also given you material. Let's talk about France today. Let's talk about France today. What are the issues? ये asylum, it was shut down in 20th century. This is 21st century. अभी उनके problems क्या है? To get contraception pills is very difficult in France. Women are still protesting, and they are protesting on roads because abortion is still considered a taboo in France, in a developed country like France. Second thing, pay parity. Pay parity is not an issue with women in India or in Asian countries. Pay parity, difference between what you pay men and what you pay women is an issue in France. Still today, women have protested going on the roads. And this I'm talking about last year itself. Third thing is about violence against women. Violence against women is also not something which is just specific to a country or a region. It's across all across the world, and it is strongly written about and protested in France. कि violence बहुत होता है. There are also other issues on which women have gone on the roads to protest, and it's there in the reading material. To just know that the asylums were there in the 17th, 18th century, shut down in 20th century, but are we still considered free? Are we still considered equal? The battle is still on. One thing I didn't forgot to mention about this asylum is like this asylum in France was started by a king. This king was considered very popular in France. अगर आप history पढ़ें about this asylum, this king was very much praised. His name must be written. Yeah, King Louis XIV. This is 1656. जिसमें ये राजा है, फ्रांस के राजा ने ये asylum बनाया. He was very much praised for it. And I didn't find any material which is criticizing this king for making an asylum which labeled thousands of women as mad and which treated thousands of women just for having an opinion or just for having a brain that they are using. So yeah, that's that. If you have any questions regarding the book, if you have any other questions regarding the author, then you can feel free to ask. Yeah. And I have an extra copy just in case anyone wants.
Sorry, I'm curious to know if there is an author who is going to write about why men should go into asylum.
Why men should go into asylum?
Yeah. For having a different opinion.
It's high time a woman makes an asylum and get awarded for it.
So that the reason I'm saying that is so that the world can be balanced. So it's like दोनों तरफ दे दो ना इधर भी पागल है इधर भी पागल है everyone and I think this world you know you might not label this as asylum but you're actually living in asylum.
In an asylum.
But every time you're fighting for a simple thing that ऐसा क्यों कर दिया वैसा क्यों नहीं किया and you had an opinion you will get some sort of a backlash. So it's as good as an asylum.
True, but I don't think women are also fighting कि किसी राजा ने asylum बनाया तो we also want to make an asylum and put men in asylum. I think as of now what we are fighting is like equal pay दे दो, क्या कपड़े पहनना है या वेज खाना है कि नॉन वेज वो राइट दे दो हम खुश हैं उसमें.
But I think a lot is changing now.
A lot is changing.
Yeah, it's like and I feel very happy to be very honest. It should be balanced. See, if you have substance, you should not even think whether it's a male or a female.
Yeah.
You should not even think whether it's a male boss or a female boss. If that person is talking sense, you obey. You do that. So forget about all that labels and forget about all that even titles. You know, I personally feel that like I've lived overseas for almost 10-11 years, and there you speak to the janitor in the same way you speak to the CEO. It's like very balanced. You're respecting everyone because if he doesn't do the job, then it will not be clean as what you are seeing here. So you should respect every single person. So labeling, you know, male dominance or female dominance, forget about all that. Keep it simple, keep it relaxed, and that's what I personally do. And I am always doing that. I'm making sure I do that. So yeah.
I would want to talk more about such topics because many of the women have lived a life wherein they have faced certain things, and only by starting a conversation, because certain things are considered so normal that we don't even find okay, this is patriarchy. We don't identify that. You know, simple thing like matrimonial sites. Matrimonial sites will never have a column for women saying how much do you earn. But there is always a column for men, and it is the most checked thing. तुम कितना कमाते हो? No one asks women like how much do you earn? Like, you do. So these are little things that even.
And you just mentioned, you know, I was surprised to notice that that women clothes doesn't have pockets. You know, this was something like I never thought about that. But you said like because they were not designed to keep things inside, money and all that. See, like small things like this change it. Just change it. Just make it absolutely equal so that everyone is being respected.
I'll give you another example. Many a time to say कि I'm a good girl, I'll say look मैं उस लड़कियों की तरह नहीं हूँ, मैं ऐसे छोटे कपड़े नहीं पहनता, उस लड़की की तरह नहीं हूँ, मैं लिपस्टिक नहीं लगाती. So to even say that I'm a good girl, I have to degrade another woman. Yeah, it will be better said उस लड़की की तरह ही हूँ because she is amazing. So I think these are about small things, and books like these really help bring that conversation. To me, it was less about the story and more about bringing the conversation that ऐसा कुछ हुआ था, ऐसा asylums थे, thousands of women did suffer. अभी भी शायद कुछ ऐसे asylums हैं. I have given you more examples कि ऐसा UK को आप कितना बोल दो कि बहुत डेवलप है, but UK में भी ऐसा asylum था जिसमें सिर्फ independent women को डाला जाता था. Yeah, so 20th century में someone thought we have to shut this asylum. I think that was a great move. That is something which is celebrated, but yeah.
And hats off to this 11-year-old girl.
Good, yeah.
Actually, because staying in that environment for 12 months and making yourself believe that no,
You're not mad.
They are mad. You are not mad. You are sane. They are sane because they cannot see your sanity. So hats off to this. Because it reminds me of that book, The Alchemist. Not The Alchemist. Sorry. Sorry, Victor Frankl.
Men's are for men.
It reminds me of that. Like how strong this person is from the inside. That no matter how much trash you give to this person, he won't accept it.
And I can also because young people don't come with baggage,
Yeah.
labeling. uh, Self-Betrayal Asylum. I hope I pronounced it right. This is a French word. But you guys should Google about this because this is the asylum जिसके ऊपर ये पूरी story थी. It was only after reading this book that I realized that this was a real thing, and I'm still shocked. So yes, I mean anyone who wants to read more, I've also got like one extra like printout just in case if you want to read, and if there are any questions, feel free to ask. Just want to thank Janvi. Yeah. He's the one. He started the Flashback stories. They organize a lot of poetry events, book reading events. They support a lot of young talent. And I have been doing lots of events with him, and I don't think this session would have been possible without him. So yeah, thank you. No, I have to thank you.
आज मेरे को एक शेर याद आ रहा है कि अब क्योंकि मैं बोल रही हूँ उनसे लड़ा हूँ तो वो एक शेर है ना कि चमन में एक चलाते रंग से बात बनती है हम ही हम है तो क्या हमें तुम तो क्या तुम it means that like in a garden like full of roses there are different types of flowers of different colors तो गार्डन जो है वो अलग अलग कलर के रोजेस से बनता है तो एक चीज से नहीं बन सकता ना इट्स लाइक मैं आप जब collaborating towards literature so thank you so much for this event and आप सबका भी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि आप सब आए आप सबने सुना and thank you so much आगे कोई भी ऐसा literature event हमारा होगा so you'll get updates on the Flashback stories website or social media portals. Thank you so much. Would you like to say something?
And if there are any books that you would want कि इस पे हम discussion करें तो you can also.
There is a similar book called Veronica Research to Die.
Yeah.
By Indian.
Yeah, there are.
Also, Norwegian books by Murakami. There is also some.
I love Murakami.
That book is similar.
Which was a French book. इस time ये translated book पढ़ा मैंने जो originally French में लिखा है. Just because we are, you know, discussing in a place which teaches French. Anyone who wants to say anything, add anything,